Hello, welcome to Michelle Sews Again. I'm Michelle. In today's installment of my collabathon for my Sew Purple to End ALZ challenge, I am partnering up with the amazing Stephanie from Stephanie Farrell Focus. And if you want to see what we've made, then please stay tuned. Okay, so if you've been following along, then you've gotten a sneak peek and you know what we've made. This might be a hint, but let me tell you a little bit about Stephanie first. I am certain that you're already following her because she's fantastic, but if you're not, then please go and check out Stephanie's channel. She is just this, it feels like you're talking to a friend. Like when she does her videos, she just sits there and she chats with you and she tells you about what she's been sewing. She tells you about her camping trips, her family. Like it just feels like you're sitting down and talking with a friend. And I just love watching her videos. And I hope that you will too. What if you've been following her, then you know that she has designed her own hoodie dress. And she went down that path because she was struggling finding a hoodie dress pattern that fit her body shape the way that she wanted it to. And she claims that she's an apple shape. I never would have been able to tell that based on the way that she looks in clothes, but she designed a kind of a hoodie dress. It's knit only, that hugs your body but doesn't like grab your body, if that makes sense. So this hoodie dress is called the Hoodie HUGS, and I would call it kind of a loose fitting but not oversized hoodie dress. It comes with 3 different sleeve options: the short sleeve, the 3/4 sleeve, and a bell sleeve. It does come in one length. Of course, that totally depends on how tall you are. The recommended fabric is knit only. She's only designed this for knits, and she's recommending 60-inch wide fabric and fabric that has 4-way stretch. And her favorite is double brush poly, but from a stretch perspective, she is recommending that it be a minimum of 60% stretch for the horizontal, the side to side horizontal stretch, and at least 20% for the vertical stretch. But she even likes it if the side to side goes up to 100%. If you are short on fabric, she recommends that you make the size small hood regardless of what size dress that you're making, which I did have to do. And then on top of that, I am recommending, if you're short on fabric, to use a different fabric for the hood lining. And that's what I ended up having to do because I was short on fabric. So I just used this hot pink double brush poly that I had in my scraps pile. And I think it coordinated really well with my main fabric. So this fabric is a stretch fabric. I actually didn't check to see how much stretch it has, but it is a 4-way stretch. I got this from Fabric Mart, I think 2 years ago, so I'm certain they don't have it anymore. I was not sure what kind of knit it was. When I got it, when it got to me, it kind of had almost a crusty feel to it, a crunchy feel. It had some kind of an overlay on it, probably some kind of a starch to keep it crisp. And I didn't realize that that was just kind of an overlay. And I was considering getting rid of this because I really didn't like the way that it felt. Once I washed it though, that overlay came off, and it just honestly feels like it might be like a rayon knit. It's got a lot of drape. It's not crunchy at all anymore. It's really soft, and I absolutely, obviously love the colors. One of the things I want to tell you about Stephanie's pattern in the instructions, I'm not going to talk too much about the instructions because this pattern is in test mode right now, and she's got a whole slew of people that are testing it and giving her feedback on the instructions. So anything I would say about the instructions would probably be out of date by the time she actually puts the pattern up for sale. So I'm not going to talk about that. But one thing she does put in the instructions that I think you will find valuable is she puts a stretch guide in there. So it's easy for you to like put your fabric up there and see if it fits the recommended stretch. I didn't bother doing that because this was really the only fabric I had in my stash that I could use for this dress at this moment without going out and buying more. And so I had my fingers crossed, and I think it worked perfectly. From a sizing perspective, this pattern comes in sizes small to 5X. The max size for the 5X is bust of 54 inches, waist of 51, high hip of 53, and hip of 54. What I ended up doing is I graded a pattern. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've ever done that. So I made the 4X from the top down to the waist, and then I graded out to the 5X for the hips. My current measurements are somewhere between a 50 and a 51 for the bust, and the bust for the 4X is 51.5. I wanted to make sure that I get really nervous when we're working with knit fabrics because I don't want anything. They call this HUGS. I don't want anything hugging me. I'm okay with it being loose fitting without being oversized. And so I felt like the 4X would fit me well here. Yes, I still have the narrow shoulder thing. I will get to that at some point in my journey, but I don't have time to figure that out right now. I have a lot of things to sew. So yeah, that I don't think I could have sized down for the bust, but I needed a narrow shoulder adjustment. Noted, okay? And then I graded out to the 5X because the my hip is 53 inches and that's what the 5X is. So I feel like I did the right thing from a sizing perspective because I really do like the way this fits. Cameo. So I'm gonna insert my twirl here and you can see how it fits. You can see I did put the hood on for you in the twirl, and the hood actually came out really nice. Like, it's not, I've made some hoodie dresses where the edges of the hood were like kind of really wonky. This one's actually looks pretty good. I probably won't ever wear the hood, but I like it as a design detail back there. So one of the things in the instructions that I will tell you about that Stephanie recommends is that once you sew the shoulder seams together, you put the dress on, the side seams are not sewn yet, and you figure out where you want to put the pockets based on where your hands go. I did that wrong. I did it with my hands straight and figured like where the top of my hand hit my side. I figured that's where my hands would go in the pockets, completely forgetting that you actually bend your elbows when you put your hands in your pockets. So my pockets are a little bit low. I'm not going to change them for this version, but I'll make note of that so that I know next time around. But I do like the way that she has you put the pockets in. I have no holes or gaps or anything at the seams, the side seams where you go into the pockets. These are probably the sturdiest pockets I've ever put in to a knit garment. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I have not hemmed this yet because I'm not certain whether I want to leave it dress length or I want to shorten it to a little bit around my hips, a little below my hips, and wear it as a tunic with leggings. So I am still trying to decide that. In the meantime, because this is knit, it doesn't ravel. So I wore this all day today. Super comfy. I'm a big fan. Stephanie, I think you did a good job on this and I'm really happy, and I'm pretty sure I'll make more because hoodie dresses are my jam. I would love it if you would go and check out Stephanie's video. I got a little sneak peek of her dress and I can tell you I am absolutely in love with it. She's made quite a few of these dresses. She's been making them for several months, refining the fit and everything. But the version that she made for this video it's right up my alley. She made it special for me, and honestly, I cried when she sent me the picture because it just made me feel really special. So if you're following along but you missed yesterday's video, it was with Megan G Makes from Canada. We made the Style Arc Bacharl jacket, and spoiler alert, I really loved my jacket. Tomorrow is with Talisha from Creativity by T, and I am making a simplicity pattern, y'all, right? It is an oversized unisex button-up shirt from Mimi G and her husband, Norris. And I'm 99% finished. I need to hem it and put the buttons on, and then I'll be done. And yeah, I'm stoked about it. So as usual, during this month, I am going to list all my ALZ links in the description box. I'll have a link to the donation page that's in memory of my father. I will have a link to the intro video in case you don't know what Sew Purple to End ALZ is all about. It'll talk you through the challenge. It'll tell you about the prizes. It'll tell you about my collaborations. And as usual, I'll list all the collaborators in the description box, what day we're uploading, and what project we're working on. If you want to join in, I keep forgetting to say this, if you want to join in the challenge, you just need to make something purple, whether it's being sewn or knitted or crocheted, or even, I have one of my collaborators is ice dyeing something. So make something purple, post a picture on Instagram, use the hashtag SewPurpleToEndALZ22, and tag me, The Real Michelle Sews Again. I had to change my name on Instagram because some joker hacked me. And yeah, and that'll get you entered in for the prizes. Editing Michelle here. I almost forgot the announcement at the end. So one of the prizes for the Sew Purple to End ALZ challenge is coming from the fabulous Stephanie. She is going to be providing a PDF pattern of her HUGS hoodie dress. And she's also providing a gift card. And so more details on that to come. But I wanted to make sure that you knew that you could win the pattern for this fabulous hoodie dress. So wherever you are, I hope the weather's amazing. I hope you're able to get some sewing in, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.